Rest in peace to the genuine article. Straight from the Mississippi Delta. Big up, large up, all hail the king, BB King. May you rest in peace. Thank you so much for the music. Thank you so much for inspiring a generation of rock guitarists, blues guitarists. Boy, did you make that guitar weep. Bless. Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel with some more solo action Battlefield Hardline gameplay, hot wire style. Anyway, first and foremost, I want to get this out of the way because the subject matter is about this game, so let me get it out of the way. I have pre-ordered the Rainbow Six Siege Tactical Elite Edition, which retails at £80. I've actually bought it. I haven't pre-ordered it with funds not leaving my account. I have bought the game with funds leaving my account. Yes, I can hear the disapproving choruses of, what the fuck you done that for? Well, two reasons. Because I want to and because I can. I know I don't want to sound flippant at this stage, but it's because I can, it's because I want to, it's because it's a game that, you know, I really am somewhat hyped. I'm cautiously hyped, but at the same time, you know, you can't be cautiously hyped when you're actually just giving away £80. So that kind of negates that argument. But it was a game that I really wanted to get, and I wanted to get the best deal for it. I looked on Amazon, I made a pre-order in Amazon, made a pre-order in game, and they all had like I think it was the Art of Siege edition, where it would come with the 100-page strategy guide and the game and gold skins, and that would be it. But with the gold edition, it comes with the game and the season pass. But if I go onto Uplay, Ubisoft's online store, the Tactical Elite Edition has the Steelbook, it has the game, it has the Season Pass, it has the skins, and it will have the beta, the closed beta. And all that will retail at $79.99. It would have been £85, but you know how these companies do it. They make it look as though you're getting a bargain when really they're still running at a profit. But on average, AAA game with season pass and all the extras from day one, it's around 80 quid anyway. You know, it's the same for Battlefield. Was the same for Battlefield Hardline. I got mine for like £70, so it's more or less the same with premium. But anyway, I have been watching a lot, and let me say a lot of videos. I was watching so many videos on Rainbow Six Siege. I was watching varying degrees of excitement, from excitement to absolute rage and rants on the game thus far. And for me personally, I made the pre-order out of a sense of loyalty to Ubisoft. Why, do you ask? Well, it's simply because prior to Far Cry 3 coming out, and I've mentioned this in so many videos, I had no interest in first-person shooters. I thought first-person shooters were mindless, just mindless genres to play. But after getting into Far Cry 3, all that changed, and I got into Battlefield as a result, and tried Call of Duty, but out of the both of them, Battlefield won hands down for me. Now, I've been watching videos from a lot of Rainbow Six fans, and on the con side as opposed to the pro side, they've been voicing their disapproval, let's say, for the fact that the game that they are playing on the alpha on PC, they don't regard it as a tactical shooter, because once a game bears the Rainbow Six name, it has to be that. Do you know what I mean? It is, you know, they built their fan base simply on that type of shooter alone. And to some degree I understand. But with Battlefield Hardline, in comparison to Battlefield, like I said, I totally get where DICE and Visceral are coming from. And I think the same thing can be said for Rainbow Six Siege. Now, a few people are actually saying, oh, Rainbow Six Siege is trying to be like Battlefield Hardline. And my honest opinion, I think it's the other way around. I think the makers of Battlefield Hardline saw the vibe, they felt the vibe that was going on with Rainbow Six Siege, and they decided, you know what, we need to hook up a mode. We need to hook up a Rainbow Six Siege-esque kind of mode in this game. And not only that, Destiny's done it as well with the House of Wolves. I forgot what the mode is called, but it's more or less similar to Rainbow Six Siege. 5v5, no respawn. Versus mode, team deathmatch if you like, rescue. But with Battlefield Hardline, obviously you got crosshair and rescue, which are basically the same kind of mode. Now, the problem I'm gonna have with Rainbow Six Siege is if Ubisoft are stupid enough to want to emulate what Battlefield Hardline is doing, because all that's gonna achieve is them more or less bastardizing or cannibalizing their own shit, because they're gonna want the game to look and feel like Battlefield's interpretation of your whole game mode, which doesn't make any sense. Now, tactical shooters, you know, I don't really necessarily just hold to Rainbow Six or SWAT or any of those other games, even though I haven't played them before. But tactical shooters are what I call games that need a level of communication. I think all shooters, all team-based shooters need a level of communication anyway, but with tactical shooters, it's even more apparent that it's needed. And my experience in terms of tactical shooters came from a surprising source, believe it or not. It came from The Last of Us. When I first started playing The Last of Us, I totally dug the whole vibe and the pace of the game. But what spoiled it for me was the premise of making every bullet, making every shot count, go out the window when they started adding microtransactions to the ship. That really turned me off the whole game, you know. And I wasn't really bad at it. I was pretty good at it, you know. I had a good clan together, but the microtransaction totally spoiled it for me. And with that, I decided, fuck it, you know, I can't be in this shit. So I do understand people's reservations when it comes to microtransactions. Do you know what I mean? You know, whether you see it as pay to win, whatever, you know, but to have an advantage because you got 75 pence in your pocket when somebody doesn't have any, or somebody decides to play the game in its purest form, you know, it's not a good matchup. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, that's just a massive, huge turn off. Now, like I said, I've been watching quite a few videos, and I've been watching videos from people who have a vast knowledge of the Rainbow Six series, vast knowledge, and they seem pretty decent people. But also, I've been watching videos from people who have a vast degree of knowledge of the franchise, of the genre, if you like, and they just sound so fucking obnoxious, man. It's like they take the game too bumberclot serious, you know what I mean? And for me, I want to have fun, but I want to have fun within the right parameters. So in that respect, I totally get where some of these, I don't know, pundits, for want of a better word, are coming from. But for me, at the end of the day, it's all about having fun. Do you know what I'm saying? Because half of these guys are not gonna fucking go out on the battlefield for real. They're not gonna go into Afghanistan or freaking Iraq. I know some of you soldiers, ex-soldiers among you, serving soldiers among you, might differ in what I have to say, but at the end of the day, the majority of us is never gonna see that situation. Do you know what I'm saying? And in a way, playing games like this for us is a form of escapism, whereas for you guys, it's reality that you want to kind of get rid of with your post-war syndrome shit. You know what I mean? And I don't want to sound flippant when I'm saying that, but that's just how I see it anyway. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Feedback, I definitely think Ubisoft is going to have to really, really take into consideration. For example, some of the things that quite a few of these commentators mentioned on their channels really does make sense, and it needs to be implemented in the game. For a start, recoil. You know, you got to have the recoil. Even in games like Battlefield Hardline, the recoil is an important thing. Or else why would you need a heavy barrel as an attachment for your gun? Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I like Battlefield. Also, no hit detection. You know, for a tactical shooter, it can't have hit detection. Another thing, all these outlines of your fellow teammates, I think that adds an element of safety in knowing where your peeps are, but in essence, it kind of detracts from the game because you're heavily reliant on knowing where these people are through walls, where the reality is that you don't, and you have to rely even more on the communication. Therefore, it makes the game more intense and more enjoyable and more immersive. And minimal HUDs, you know, where you just need what you need on the screen. You don't want unnecessary shit taking up real estate on the screen, you know, and with that, I think would make a great Rainbow Six Siege game. I concur, because I'm not a Rainbow Six veteran. I'm not a shooter veteran, but I like the genre. One of these commentators made a comment by basically saying, oh, you shouldn't cater to the lowest common denominator. You should cater for us that made your game what it was in the first place. We made Rainbow Six what it was. Well, newsflash, fuckholes. It's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And as more people get into the freaking series and get into the genre, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they will like what they will like and they will not what they will not. You know what I'm saying? You know, as long as the core gameplay mechanics are implemented correctly, you know, what the fuck? You know, I see people basically talking about, well, you know, I was playing Battlefield since I was 12 years old. I'm 25 years old now and shit. You know, so nobody can tell me shit about Battlefield. Well, I've been playing computer games since I was freaking 13. And I'm 51 years old now. That don't make me any better than you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's just emphasizing and defining my love for video gaming. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Period. And if we can share our experiences, you know, then we can make the game better for everybody. It's not just about fucking catering for the veterans of the game. Fuck all that bumper clock elitist fuckery. I'm not into all of that. I'm into having fun with a game with a bunch of mates. You know what I mean? You know, if you're a gamer and you can't find no mates, well, that's fine. If you choose to basically be a lone wolf, that's fine. But I think the way how gaming is right about now, especially, you know, from a social media perspective, you know, it's kind of not so much forcing, but it's giving you the option to get to know people, make friends, form good relationships, form squads, form clans, and things like that. And no other game has defined this more than Destiny. Destiny was probably the one game for me that made me go out looking for like-minded gamers in that respect. Prior to that, it's like I was just minding my business, you know, trying to be an asset to the collective in team-based games and stuff like that, and forming my friendships that way, you know. And Destiny has given me the option to make a whole lot of friends. But in respect of the whole Rainbow Six Siege thing, I've pre-ordered it, I'm going to buy it, and Ubisoft, please take everybody's feedback into consideration, you know, and please make a great game. Please make a great game, because if you don't, I think I'm probably done with Ubisoft as well. I think I'll be done with you guys, you know, because I feel a misjudged sense of loyalty. I wouldn't even say it's misjudged. No, don't be negative. It's not misjudged. I feel a sense of loyalty to you guys for getting me into the genre of first-person shooters to begin with. So, it's with that. I'm just hoping and praying that you make a freaking awesome game when it drops, when it ships. Anyway, that's enough for me for now. And as always, you know the coup. Whatever the game, media, format, genre, happy gaming, because that's what it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. Until I catch you guys on the next one, stay blessed. Magan.